at the 20-yard line.
Alsherman Singleton is pointing to Mike Morris and the Minnesota Vikings, so Jacquez may have another chance to bring this back, and he will.
Jacquez Green averaging over 25 yards a punt return, by far leading the NFL. He has been spectacular. He had a 55-yarder last week.
He got kissed, though, at the end of that play. Watch Mike Morris, right side. Yeah, see what he did? He just grabbed him and pulled him backwards. And that's an old veteran move. Actually, it's a good move, generally not called. They dropped the Mike Morris does a nice job of snapping and getting down the field. And he may not be the fastest or first guy down there, but he gives you a presence and a point to work off. So Singleton drove him backwards, and all he did was just kind of fall back with him, and they caught him.
And all it does is give Jacquez Green another chance. He returned one for a touchdown against the Packers, 95 yards. Second week of the year. Mitch Berger's first punt was 54 yards. That was nullified. Gets this one off, and Jacquez Green in midfield returning for Tampa Bay and gets into Minnesota territory, so that was a huge edge. How many yards, Matt, for the Bucs?
I'm looking at it. It's like 24-yard difference on that penalty.
That's a pretty big difference. We'll be right back.
Dan, you look good. Lost weight?
Cut the act, Phil. I need to tell management what's happening with our website.
Okay.
In terms they can understand.
Every buck we spend will earn $2 back by the end of the year.
Arriving at last. From Saturn. The world's first three-door coupe. Why didn't anyone think of this before?
Wednesday, after 9 unforgettable years, Brandon Walsh is leaving Beverly Hills.
I sure don't want to come.
Be there to say goodbye.
Can't believe you're really going, Brandon.
Jason Priestley's last episode, an all-new 90210. Then, if this happened to you,
Oh, no, Charlie.
if you had to choose,
only one of them is going to make it out here?
what would you do?
How do I choose? I love them both.
A brand new Party of 5. It all starts at 8, 7 Central, Fox Wednesday. The suspense
Walter, I think we're on to something huge.
must be killing. The X-Files. The new season begins Sunday, November 8th on Fox.
Buccaneers getting another opportunity. You remember they went for the touchdown on 4th and goal from the 5, passed up the field goal. You wondered how they would respond. Brooks made an interception. They got 3. And now
Brooks made a sack, and they got it back again.
That's right. So the Bucs with a first down on the Vikings 43. Mike Allstott is the low running back, and it's a play-action pass. Gilfer completes the pass. Randall Anthony, who is in motion, makes the catch and a first down to the 27.
Now that play is all set up because of that running game, and they've had such great success. Now I want you to watch how hard Gilfer is going to sell this play action. He holds it out. That's to draw everybody in. And then you're running the deep out. Nice job of protection. Anthony is able to drive Fuller off, and the ball is thrown perfectly. But it doesn't happen unless you sell that play action inside, which means your running game's got to be there.
Warren Dunn is into the game right now. 645 total yards today. Ball at the 26, and here is Warren Dunn. And Dunn has gone over the 100-yard mark rushing as he picks up a healthy 8 on first down. Griffith and McDaniel were there.
Well, they're running the ball literally at will. And they're running the whole time wherever they want to. You can see left, center, right. The most of it has been, the attempts have been inside. The yards was the one run by Warren Dunn outside to the left. But they got that thing humming. With that in mind, remember what Chris Collinsworth said at halftime. This is a hot day, and the longer that Minnesota Vikings defense is on the field, it starts to take its toll.
And a big rushing day for the Buccaneers. 2nd down and 1. Here is Mike Allstott.
Good defense.
And he won't get it. Pushed back, and they have lost a half a yard, considering, Matt, that the Bucs gained only 15 yards in the season's opener in Minnesota. Of course, they were behind and had to throw. You saw the difference in last week's rushing output. And there, as you look at Mike Shula, the offensive coordinator, Warren Dunn having his best day of the year with 106 yards rushing and a score.
Here's Foch Fazio, the defensive coordinator for Minnesota. Neither defense really has played an outstanding game, but I believe it's because the offenses they've really stepped up.
I agree. 3rd down and 2, play fake, and on the bootleg, here is Dilfer. He's got the first down.
Gutsy call. Gutsy call. And you're going to try to beat Clemens, the defensive end, to the corner. And in order for that to happen, your tight end has to try to body position him. But what he did, he gave him enough so that they got even. And then Dilfer, once he got even, used an angle to get the first down.
Ball is on the Vikings 15-yard line. The Buccaneers trail the Vikings by 4. Another fake and another rollout by Dilfer. Can't find a receiver, and his pass is tipped. And
drop.
it is incomplete. Emmanuel on the deflection very nearly had a touchdown catch.
Wow. This is the most fun I've had watching a game all season long. Odell Anthony is coming all the way across. Watch Jimmy Hitchcock staying with his coverage. That's excellent. And then that should have been 6. He had it in his hands. Coming down, working on Fuller, outside, then back. Come back to the ball always. The ball tipped, and he had it. Nice job by Fuller to get that hand in there just at the end.
2nd down and 10. There's Bert Emanuel. Split to the right. Running play to Warren Dunn up the middle. Spins his way to the 5 and close to a first down.
Nice job by the interior line. Tony Mayberry, Middleton, Diaz, Paul Gruber. They have gotten the job done along with Odom. Watch the inside. Just watch him inside. Haight does a nice job. Allstott does a nice job. Middleton with the block. Work done is one tough little sucker inside.
He has a touchdown, 115 yards for his efforts today. It'll be 3rd down and less than a yard. Dunn will come out of the game, so you know they'll have the big people, Neal and Allstott, in there. Ball is at the 6. 3 tight ends, and here is Mike Allstott. First down, touchdown.
That run was reminiscent of last year's Minnesota Viking goal line run. A second effort, powered it in. He doesn't get it done, however, without the great block by Lorenzo Neal. Watch Lorenzo Neal. Here it is. Bang on Dixon Edwards, and then he just fouls him. Great job by Allstott of keeping his feet going. Runs over Hitchcock, and Hitchcock needed to wrap his arms. But Low Neal's had himself a dynamite game.
Michael Husted on for the extra point. And the kick is good, and with 5 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers show what they're made of after some disheartening moments and lead once again 27-24.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
You are my sunshine.
Go for it, Ben.
Chevy Blazer. A little security in an insecure world.
Wow, can we? Wait a minute, hold on.
Chevy Blazer, like a rock.
Hey, let's go in the water.
Yo, they used to say every day, you so fat they orbit you. You so fat your belly button's a pool. Every day they used to say. Now, you the fat that starts with a P. P-H. That's a PhD, yo. And cool and tough and all that. You so fat they take you on double, kid. So fat cat you worth the trouble. That fat. The kind that matters. And you don't mind you getting fatter.
Hank hits Vegas to find his dad, Cotton.
8 topless bars and no cotton. My lap cannot take any more.
A high-rolling new King of the Hill Tuesday.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers have outscored the Vikings 10-0 here in the fourth quarter. The first time all year the Vikings have trailed in the final quarter. They are undefeated at 7-0, and that record is in jeopardy. But they'll get the ball back with plenty of time remaining. 5 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Michael Heasted with a deep kick. And the Vikes will take it out on the 20, fielded by Palmer in the end zone.
Last year, Mike Allstott on the goal line really defined what he was all about right here with his second effort and his bruising running style. And that is exactly what he brought to today's game on the goal line again, where he just powered his way into the end zone, just using second effort and power. Right here, Hitchcock runs right through it, keeps the feet going, and it's 6.
Tampa Bay starting out 5-0 last year, trying to regain that magic.
He's an excited guy because Lorenzo Neal's played a dynamite game.
Vikings first down on their 20. They trail now. Randall Cunningham looking for a receiver, goes up, and the flag is down, and the pass caught by Cris Carter at the 42-yard line. But a penalty comes from upfield.
Dick, I was just about to say, this smells like Cris Carter time to me.
They'll bring it back, however.
Well, he was working on Lynch, and that's where the penalty flag is going to come.
They'll nullify a 21-yard gain.
Pass interference. 80 offense.
Yeah.
10 yards.
Watch John Lynch. That's a tall order to cut. See, he took him and threw him to the side. But if I am Randall Cunningham, and it's this time of the game, you got 5.5 to go, you're down by 3, you need something, Cris Carter is your man. He's only had 2 catches, but this is the time of the game where he can take it over.
On 1st and 20, Robert Smith stuffed by the Buccaneers, and the crowd can sense that a big stop here could go a long way toward the Buccaneers ending the Vikings' undefeated season.
Dick, we spoke of the weapons that Minnesota has and the problems they present with those 3 wide receivers and Robert Smith in the backfield. Monty Kiffin, the defensive coordinator, has decided to attack him with regular people, which has put a lot of pressure today on John Lynch, but he's responded.
2nd down and 20. Crowd is a factor. Cunningham escapes a sack and Greg DeLong, a tight end, brings it out, loses a helmet, and brings it out short of the first down by about 14 yards, however. And Derrick Brooks, who's played a marvelous game, put the pressure on once again, nearly had a safety.
Monty Kiffin is rolling the bones. They come in a blitz. Here comes Hardy Nickerson. You heard Howie Long again at halftime talking about Randall Cunningham and the difference. Patience in the pocket. He didn't take off and ran. He looked to throw, and he made a play.
3rd and long. Big play for the Vikings. Cunningham goes down, sacked by Brad Culpepper. And the former 10th round draft pick by the Vikes with a critical defensive play. Loss of 11.
If Culpepper didn't make a play all game, he chose his spot properly. Watch 77. on coming. Hustle is one thing. Making the play is another. And he got that play when he had to have it.
Mitch Berger kicking, and he shanks it. Jaquez Green is downfield, and Green makes a tough catch on a bounding ball, but recovers and brings it to the 45-yard line of the Vikings. Penalty flag is down back at the 12-yard line.
Oh, it's going to go against the Tampa Bay Bucs. And if this is a hold, this could be a first down.
Frustrated Cris Carter, only 2 catches today.
Oh, it's not.
Holding while the ball was in the air, 59 of the receiving team. 10 yards is enforced from the change of possession spot. First down, Tampa.
So Jamie Duncan, but it's a post-possession foul.
Yeah, that was big. You're going to watch the hold right here on the side, all the way down the field. He just latches onto him and doesn't let him go. That's on Pete Bursich, 56 of the Vikings.
Randy Moss showing some frustration.
Well, he's young, and he'll be frustrated more after that. But a duo right there is very satisfied. The difference between a good play and a great play is finishing it off.
Tony Dungy said, want to see if we can make the play into the fourth quarter, and this he has. First and 10. Here's Mike Allstott. Good straight-ahead running, and he gets 6 or 7 yards as we have under 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter, and the clock on the Bucs side right now.
Dick, we came into this game saying that this offensive line has not played very well at all. And again, after I went and watched, I was not impressed, but today, 200 yards. Look at this, no sacks allowed. They've continued to pound it. Well, 6 yards a carry. They have gotten everything they wanted to get done today. They were able to achieve.
Second and 2 on the Tampa Bay 46. Hand off to Mike Allstott, driving toward the first down, and he appears to have it. First down, Tampa Bay, just short of midfield.
Today, Mike Allstott and Lorenzo Neal have been joined at the hip.
2-minute warning.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
The truck is here. Introducing the new Silverado. It's bigger. It's more powerful. It's the truck from Chevrolet.
This is a world only a few know well. A world of risk and uncertainty. Where the roads can take you to success or prosperity. Or sometimes to no place at all. This is the financial world. For decades, banks and investment firms of mountainous size have ruled the land. Yet high above the horizon, another mountain has risen. A mountain called First Union. With 16 million customers, the nation's 8th largest brokerage and 6th largest bank. For a new perspective of the financial world, come to the mountain called First Union. Or if you prefer, the mountain will come to you.
They're getting closer. The Lost World. Tonight on Fox.
Here's what's at stake in the NFC Central. The Vikings trying to protect an undefeated record. The Bucs looking to get to 500. 2-minute warning here at Raymond James Stadium. Tampa Bay with a first down on the 49. Mike Allstott dives forward. And you know, Matt, everyone was wondering as Minnesota calls the timeout why Tony Dungy didn't get mad at somebody this week. That's not his style. He has always remained calm. He doesn't have his feathers ruffled, and he said, my way is going to work in the long run. It's stability, and you have to say his way has paid off today.
Well, because he knows what his team can do, and the sign of good coaching is to put your players in a position that they can do what they do well. And Tony Dungy, all he stressed all week long was execution. And I know I'm kicking this thing all day long, but that offensive line has executed as opposed to having them executed after watching them last week.
Coming up next, one of these teams will execute the other, the 49ers and the Packers from Lambeau Field. Coming up shortly, the second half of our NFL on Fox doubleheader. 2nd and 5 at the 46. Vikings have one timeout left. And again, Mike Allstott, he has been that way all day. Look at this. That is an exclamation point if there ever was one.
And did you watch Allstott finish the play? Second effort. Keeps on churning. Offensive line dominating the line of scrimmage. Lorenzo Neal doing what he has to do. And then watch Allstott. He's in the clear. He can smell it. But watch him finish. Watch him cover the ball. He knows he can't let it go. He'll take the hit, but he's not giving the ball up.
A career high for Mike Allstott, 129 yards, and combined 244. As Warren Sapp gained 115 yards today, under a minute remaining. And the Vikings are just going to let this thing run out. A monumental victory for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their season perhaps on the line. They responded. Dennis Green's Minnesota Vikings will taste defeat for the first time this year. They'll go to 7-1. And the Buccaneers will get back to 500 and remain undefeated here in their new Raymond James Stadium at 4-0. But Mike Allstott, career high 128 yards, and Warwick Dunn 115 today. And of course the offensive line that Matt's been talking about throughout the afternoon.
Hand out game balls to Warwick Dunn for the big play that they needed, to the offensive line for the consistency that they lacked, to Lorenzo Neal for the toughness that they hadn't had, and to Mike Allstott for the hammer that they had to get done.
So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get the go-ahead touchdown in the fourth quarter. Mike Allstott, and have ended the 7-game winning streak of the Minnesota Vikings. The final score, the Buccaneers 27 and the Vikings 24. So updating the NFC Central standings, the Vikings are now 7-1 with the Packers pleased with that outcome in their game with the 49ers coming up, and the Buccaneers 4-4 on the year in third place, and a huge win. Right now, let's go down to the field and Cris Carter. Chip.
Thanks a lot, Dick. We're kind of working our way up to Trent Dilfer right now, who's still getting congratulations for the Minnesota Vikings. Trent, what went right for you this afternoon, and why was your offense clicking like this?
You know, we came out, we wanted to be physical, we wanted to make plays. We knew we had it in us. This group probably pulled together as much as I've ever seen a group pull together this week. We decided we're going to really enjoy playing with one another and have fun. And we were in the huddle, we were playing, we talked about two things: be physical and make plays and have fun, and that's what we did.
They obviously were. Congratulations, Trent. Let's go back upstairs to Dick and Matt. Dick?
All right, Chip, thanks very much. A rewarding victory today, and spearheaded by Mike Allstott with his great run. Matt and I will be back here at Tampa in a moment. Again, the final score, the Bucs 27, the Vikings, their first loss of the year, 24.
The Saints